Go on, have a bite.
Hello and welcome back to my 31 Days of October. Today we are going to be doing like an old evil witch look. So let's get down to business. First things first, you are going to want to go ahead and find a reference photo first. Yeah, have something to look off of. Make sure that you remove any makeup or residue that you have on your face. Even if you're starting with a clean face, it's always a good idea to go over everything with a makeup remover. This is where I noticed how red my eye was. What the heck is that about? It's so weird. I think it's like allergies probably though. So anyway, first things first, we're going to cover up our eyebrows. And the first step of this is to run glue all through your eyebrows, go back and forth, make sure you coat every single hair. You're going to get a ton of glue on them, but that's what you want. Next, go in with one of those, I don't know if they call it a brow or a lash comb, but anyway, go in with one of those and you're going to want to brush straight upward. The goal of this is to get your eyebrows to lay as flat as possible against your skin so that we can cover them. So anyway, I like to kind of rotate the brush as you see me doing there and really just try to get them to all go up straight. Some of them aren't going to on this first go round. We're going to do it a couple of times, but for this one, just try to get as much of it as you can to stay up straight and stick to your face and all that good stuff. Make sure that you let it dry completely. You're going to be able to feel when it's dry. And once it's dry, you're going to go back in with the glue stick, move in upward motions this time, no back and forth, and really try to get all of those little hairs that are wild to stick down in an upward motion. It's kind of hard and weird, and especially if it's your first time, you're probably going to mess up, but you can do it. I have faith in you. So yeah, just keep going back and forth and really be sure to make all the eyebrows lay straight. After this, I like to take a little makeup wipe and just clean up some of the glue because it will go up on your skin and look kind of funky, and I just like to clean it up. Anyway, let that dry again and we're going to go in for a third time. Usually after 3 times my eyebrows are good and I have pretty wild eyebrows, but you can always do it more if you feel like yours aren't laying down right. Anyway, after that, I let it dry again and then go in with a ton of baby powder to set them. Don't hold back, put a ton on, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Next, I'm just going to use my powder brush and brush off all that powder. I am then going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer and apply this all over my face just to give myself a nice hydrated look. And I'm going to go in with my NYX color corrector that comes in this palette. I'm doing this because I have dark eyebrows, but if you have light eyebrows, you should be fine. Anyway, this is just going to take away that bluish tone we would have if I put my foundation right on top of my brows. I'm just tapping it in with my finger and blending out the edges a little bit. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and set that with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Be sure to tap the powder on, don't rub it around. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation and covering up my whole face. I know, I look so weird without brows, I'm geeking. But anyway, I'm just going to use my blending brush, buff that all into my skin, and when you get to the brows, make sure you really just tap. Do not go in any swirling motions. It's going to get the glue all goofed up, and it's going to look like oatmeal brows. We don't want that. Anyway, so yeah, just being sure to cover my skin. And we're done for today's look. Just kidding, I thought I looked so weird. Anyway, I'm going in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Light, and I'm going to go ahead and conceal pretty much all of my face. But we really want to get a nice flat look for this look because it's really more of a 2D makeup than a 3D. And then I'm going to go ahead and bake my face as usual. And I'm going to bake a little bit more than normal because we are going to be going in with powders all over the face to do some shading and stuff, so it's important to make sure you have it all set. So I'm going in and brushing that off with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish again, and again just making sure that all of the face is set. Now we're going to start drawing on the brows. I'm starting out by using a black shadow on an angled brush, and this is really just going to map out the brows. I'm then going in and starting to make some hair strokes, and I just made them really thick, honestly. Once I finish filling them in pretty good, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Brow Definer in dark brown and use that to again just really help with filling it in and adding a little bit more dimension to them. I am then going in with my Tarte Black Liner and doing almost the same thing, creating hair strokes and really just trying to make them look full and bushy and gross. I am then going in with my Maybelline Black Gel Liner and a skinny angled brush and just again creating some hair strokes. After I finish this, I'm going to go ahead and take a pencil brush and a light brown and I'm going to start to sketch out all of the areas that we're going to put our little details. Doing this will really help with like steps later on in the process, because this is going to get you a nice gradient, like a nice shaded base, and then all we'll have to do is go back in and define a few places. So like I said, I'm using my reference photo and I'm creating like those wrinkles on my forehead. I'm then also going to define my nose and my chin, kind of just like everywhere that would get gross when you get older is going to be defined, and you're not going to look cute, but that's not really like the point of this look. I'm also creating a new crease on my eye to make them look a little bit bigger. And yeah, so you'll see me going in here like under my eyes, creating some bags. And this part can be kind of rough just because, I mean, you're doing it pretty lightly with a pencil brush. So yeah, just make sure you really go in and build up those areas instead of like going in with like a super dark color thinking that it's going to be fast. I'm then going to go ahead and take my contour brush and I'm going to start to contour the face and shade a little bit more of like the larger areas. I'm going in on the cheek, like I'm really hollowing out my cheeks is more like it, because I feel like when you get older you have like these hollowed out cheeks. And what I did is I basically put a lot of powder on the very tip of my brush and then sculpted out that area and then blended it all out a ton. And then I also went ahead and did a little bit more shading like on the sides of my nose, like where my mouth was. Doing like big areas of light shading is gonna really help to like make your face look crazy. I'm then going back in with that pencil brush and taking a little bit of a darker color and just starting to build up those edges and starting to create like a defined line.
Oh, is it what have you done to me? As the dark energy flows from inside of me, inside of me.
I am then going in with a very skinny angled brush and a dark brown, and I'm really going to start to create and define these like wrinkles. So I'm going to go in and make a couple more small ones, and then I'm also going to go back in on the bottom of those like wrinkle lines and create a nice strong base for them so that they're a little bit more defined. And then since it looked like Homegirl had some makeup on in that picture, I added some blush and a little bit of winged liner. And then off the camera, I just added on some Raisin Rum lipstick from, I believe, Rimmel? No, Revlon. And I also put on my Lancome mascara. Oh, I'm also going in and using a light shadow to really highlight those places that need to be highlighted. So normally I go right next to where I have a big wrinkle and make that be my highlighted spot. And that is it for today's look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please tune back in tomorrow for another video. Alright, catch you later.